And we're back to please your earholes with another translation video. Here we use older articles, but you can find even more Sakurai columns translated by our awesome team at sourcegaming.info. I'm your narrator, the Mango Viking, and let's see what insider knowledge we'll unearth today. In this Famitsu article, titled, "You're free to criticize, but don't lose faith," Sakurai discusses receiving criticism from the creator's perspective. In this case, George Lucas with Star Wars, and himself with Smash Bros. Now, onto the article. By the time this column has been published, the final Smash presentation should have debuted, offering some new information. But, as of my writing this, nothing has been announced. Please watch it. Around the same time, the new Star Wars film is going to premiere, something I'm anxiously waiting for. I'm so excited! However, George Lucas is not directing it. He's not even a producer. Lucasfilms and the rights to the movies were purchased in 2012 by Disney. This time, J.J. Abrams is directing. The reason for the buyout was to protect Star Wars and Lucasfilms. Separate from that, in an interview in the American edition of Vanity Fair, Lucas himself apparently said, "You go to make a movie and all you do is get criticized, and it's not much fun. You can't experiment." I personally enjoyed episode 1 a lot, but there were some that didn't feel this way. A truly serious problem. He's such a big name, and to hear him leave this franchise that has impassioned so many fans, a person who's worked on the originals with his own hands, is incredibly sad and frustrating. Personally, George Lucas's work is the work I would really like to see. However, I truly understand his feelings. You could say my body is filled with these feelings. Making something and completing it is a huge undertaking, and there are a lot of places where fans can't see. It's like building a house, but people focus on a single painting that's hung up on the wall in one room and fixate on it, and keep listing off their complaints of that painting. These situations are very common. For me, a familiar example would be, in Smash, Cloud recently became a playable character, and there were people that strongly criticized that, saying, "Stop adding non-Nintendo characters." This is completely ignoring the fact that I've added many Nintendo characters to Smash. It also ignores the many fans who are overjoyed at Cloud's addition. Looking at the big picture, I'm on the receiving end of countless amounts of truly trivial statements. However, I think that's okay. Different people value different things differently, and they should stay honest to that. For example, even I as a fan have my complaints with Star Wars. I honestly disliked Episode 6's long-winded pacing and how easily the Empire stormtroopers fall to the Ewoks. I think that the re-releases are redundant and superfluous. But more than that, I am grateful that they showed me these various worlds and let me enjoy them. Normally, I just don't have the opportunity to vocalize my feelings of gratitude. It's particularly easy to voice criticisms, and opinions are very strong. When people yell loudly, it also invites mob mentality and conformity. It's easy for negative opinions to be amplified when positive opinions are quieted. People don't understand the circumstances and state of affairs behind development, and it's not allowed for creators to make excuses. There are even people who feel emotionally battered and quit working. Some players might think, if you're gonna lose to stuff like that, maybe you shouldn't be a creator. But creators are people too. It's not that we're ignoring the feelings of the people who play our games, but criticisms can become slander that's focused on being an attack, and if you take those hits up front, then it chips away at the power of production. From the beginning, I have thought the people who don't raise their voices are important. I created my first game, Kirby's Dream Land, a game you could say was designed for beginners, because beginners don't usually raise their voices. I think that it is necessary to really look at these people, understand them, and work patiently and preserve and build on my work. I don't want people who are involved in creating things to become disheartened by criticism. Just being able to impart fun to a lot of people is a blessing, after all. There's even a documentary called The People vs. George Lucas. It's full of criticisms towards him, and I cannot agree with it. Thanks for watching, or listening. If you want more translations, reviews, and other content, subscribe or consider donating to get exclusive perks. To hear more of Sakurai's opinions and other things, remember to return to the source.